Poems by Stanley Raper, 2009. All rights reserved. The Spirit of December. The spirit of December is wrapped in festive days around the world, where people celebrate in their own way, with contagious smiles and joyful giving. It is the miracle of December. The spirit of December. There is a light that shines so brightly in the skies of December, radiating peace and goodwill that lights the way to the new seasons. To pray. As a child, I was taught to pray every night, clasped hands, closed eyes, and on my knees I wondered, how does God hear me? When we got our first black telephone, I was 7 years old. It rang one day. Startled and out of curiosity, I picked it up and didn't hear a thing, just static. I wondered, was God trying to talk to me? As an adult, I learned that I don't always have to pray on my knees or at night or with my eyes closed. I can pray in the light of day while standing on my feet, and I still wonder, does God hear my prayers? I answered a cell phone one day and heard the Lord's Prayer, sung by a beautiful mass choir. Then an angelic voice rose above it saying, I am not here at the moment. Please leave a message at the end of the Lord's Prayer. Sister Pastor. Sister Pastor, lovingly firm, knowledge, wise, inspired, to move my spirit soul and earthly soul to action. Teach us the holy scriptures. Make plain those these and thous and holy hosannas. What patient dialogue, Sister Pastor, you enlighten us with. Preach, Sister Pastor, preach. Inspire my soul to rise before my homegoing. Hallelujah. I know there is a God in heaven, whose angels are on earth leading the blessed. Preach, Sister Pastor, preach. My heart and soul are light as a feather. Yes, O Lord, I pray for salvation. Preach, Sister Pastor, preach. I know I am going to heaven. Yes, I am going to heaven. Life, earthly comforts. Life, earthly comforts are to know the Creator God, a correct mind, good health, shelter from the seasons, water and bread, a soulmate, children to continue us, to have no fear of discarding my earthly trappings, returning to whence I came in peace. If there is no God, why does my heart pump red blood and my lungs take air in? If there is no God, why do I eat and sleep and love the rain pouring around me? If there is no God, why do I build shelter to protect my body from the terrible unforeseen? If there is no God, why is water fit to drink? If there is no God, then no one is watching. If no one is watching, what are we here for? Mother, the magic of your spirit is an ancient elixir that strengthens, heals, and soothes my very soul. Mother, you are a goddess of divine purpose, sent here once every 1,000 years as a light to guide and lead the way. Mother, a spirit on a mission, clothed in earthly trappings, to be discarded at an appointed time, like darkness before light, returning always reborn new. In my Father's house. In my Father's house there are many things we never had a chance to share, only because I wasn't there. I know so little about him, falsehoods were all I ever heard. I know now he was never cruel, only misunderstood. There are many untold tales in my Father's house. Happy pictures of me align the walls with strangers I have no memory of. In my Father's house there's a spirit of peacefulness that comforts me as though He is still here. In my Father's house there are many things, unopened letters, all addressed to me, and in each closing letter He confessed His undying love for me, signing each one with a kiss. God's milk. I became a beggar out of necessity. It started when I was a child. I asked for God's milk, but I was given a lie. My folks only knew what they had been told, right or indifferent, as God's milk. I became a beggar out of necessity. I asked too many uncomfortable questions. I had a hunger to know. Folks say truth is God's milk, as far as we know.